A popular phone carrier is facing a massive data breach exposing 70 million customers' personal information. The lawsuit accuses the phone carrier of negligence and breach of contract over a significant data breach that compromised personal data, including names, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, and PINs, all of which will likely be sold over the dark web in the near future. This is why I protect my personal data with today's sponsor, Virtual Shield, and absolutely love the privacy protection they bring me. Virtual Shield helps protect my private information, browsing history, and internet activity from the grasp of cyber criminals, hackers, data mining corporations, and ISPs, and more. It takes just 2 clicks on my laptop or phone to protect myself with Virtual Shield's VPN, which also features anonymous browsing, a strict no-log policy, military-grade encryption, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited devices, and built-in ad blocking. Thanks again to Virtual Shield for sponsoring today's video. The best part is you can get a 60-day free trial by simply clicking the link below, or you can get that same 60-day trial by going to virtualshield.com/Jericho. That is virtualshield.com/Jericho. What's going on, everybody? Make sure you hit the link in the description box and hit up the Teespring link. Get 20% off any merch you want. Promo code Sloppy Joe, all caps, no spaces, and give me a follow on X. I am back after a 5-year hiatus. Oh boy, I'm gonna try to make this quick because talking about Kamala Harris gives me IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. You ever had to like take a shit, and if you don't get somewhere and sit on the toilet, you are going to have an accident. Like, it's right there. The turtle head is poking out. You can't clench your ass together any tighter. It's coming. That's what it does to me when I talk about Kamala Harris and when I hear her voice. Ugh, just thinking about it. But Kamala is out of her damn mind. I know you already knew that shit. You already knew she's nuttier than squirrel shit. But this is taking it to a whole new level because, of course, you guys know that we're getting close. Kamala, shut up. You know, we're getting closer to election season, and they are scrambling. The rats are on the ship. The water is rising, and they are scratching and clawing any and every way they can to avoid drowning politically. So she is making her pandering rounds. She is looking for heartstrings to tug on of people of color. And now she's going to be talking about the voter rights issues in Georgia. Oh my God. Who in their right mind does not agree that you should have to prove that you are an American citizen before you take part in an American election? Crazy, right? You're in America, prove you're American, then you can vote. I know, wild shit. But this is what they're talking about. So you had, was it a couple years ago, I think, or maybe it was in the last election. I think it was the last election where you had people trying to give people water and food and snacks and shit in line while they're trying to vote. So Georgia came up with a law saying you can't do that. You can't approach people in line when they're about to vote because you might be up to no good. You might be trying to influence their vote or buy their vote or take their place in line and cast. Who knows? We're not even going to open up Pandora's box. Something bad could happen. Something nefarious could happen. So stay away from people who are in line to vote, period. Now, when they're done and they come out, you can treat it like a blood bank. You could have a little box of orange juice and a snack for them. But while they're in line waiting to vote, you can't do that. Makes sense. Now, if you're one of the guilt-ridden white liberals and you think that black people can't find their way to the DMV to get an ID, well, I don't know what to say to you. Your stupidity is too far gone. But most people would agree, yeah, show ID before you vote so we can keep things fair. But you ask Kamala, it's like a fundamental right. You have to be able to give people food and water in line. And then she hits you with the Bible verse at the end. Of course, Kamala, grab for any heartstrings you can. Try to get those dummies. So Kamala, much as I hate to say this, what do you got to say, girl?
How they've been for the last years attacking the freedom to vote and have access to the ballot. Places like Georgia. passing laws that make it a crime, make it against the law to give people food and water who are standing in line to vote.
Yeah. Essentials, necessary things necessary to live.
But the hypocrisy, right? What happened to love thy neighbor? You look at.
What the fuck does that have to do with loving thy neighbor? And who has ever been in line to vote so long that you needed food and water? Now, I don't know everybody's voting experience. I haven't lived everywhere in America, but every time I've gone to vote, it was pretty much in and out. I assume, I don't know, but I'm assuming the majority of people who work, you probably get off in the evening. So that would probably be the time where it's most congested at the voting booths. But I've done that. Just this past primaries we had in March in California, I went in the evening. I was busy that day. That's the only time I could get there, in and out. I've been there in the morning. I've been there in the afternoon, in and out. You might have to wait a little bit, but long enough to where I'm thirsty, I'm starving, I'm hungry. And, oh well, eat and drink before you stand in line. Or here's an idea, wait. Wait until you're done. If you're diabetic or some shit and your sugar's spiking or it's too low, you should have brought some apple juice with you or something. I don't know what to tell you. But having people hand you food and drinks in line, that's not a right. That's not even a necessity. You have these poor, emaciated voters for 70 cents a day. You can help Kamala Struthers feed these poor, emaciated, starving voters. This is Nancy. Nancy's from Georgia. And with your 70 cents a day, we'll send you photos and updates on how Nancy is doing standing in line to vote. You'll see pictures of her in school and working in her village, and we'll put in water pumps, and we'll bring necessary medicine and nutrition to poor little Nancy standing in line to vote. I'm pretty sure you have to be an adult to vote, right? Now, if children could vote, and if you let the left have it their way, they'll drop the voting age to 5, wherever age you can be most influenced. They already want to drop it to 16. 16-year-old can't even clean their room. I wouldn't mind if you raised the voting age to 25, 35, 40. But you're going to sit here and try to make people believe that you need to bring them food and water. It's necessities for life. No, fool. Eat and drink before you show up or wait until you're done. You'll be all right. These poor little voters in Georgia, they're starving and they're thirsty. Well, then put a water fountain out there. You're asking stop and drink some water while you're waiting in line, if it even takes that long. You know this is some bullshit. But the reason they're doing this and they're scratching and clawing is because they're scared. You saw Trump's rally in the Bronx, of all places, 30,000 plus people. Boy, if this ain't a landslide, we'll see. Meet me in the comments. Do you think people in line or voting need to have a little juice box and some snacks? But you know how it goes. Try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get over to the Teespring link. Hit it. 20% off promo code Sloppy Joe, all caps, no spaces, and give me a follow on X. I am Jericho Green, and I don't need water and snacks when I'm in line voting. I'm out.